What's up, everybody? Kevin,
Laura.
Vegan RV, Radical. So we get questions from some of the viewers about how how do you keep track of maintenance, cleaning, and all the stuff that needs to be done on the RV. And from day one, we actually came up with this idea, and we've been refining it along the way of using this program called Todoist. It's literally a to-do list, but it's called Todoist. And basically, it's a shared to-do list that both Laura and I can reference, that we can do like recurring schedules for certain things, which I'll show you guys. I have like a whole how-to and how we have everything broken down. Pretty cool. So you guys can reference that. Anyway, yeah, it's a video about that. You want to say anything about it?
It's just really nice because we have our shared stuff for Vegan RV, for everything around here, but we also have our own personal lists within it, so that aren't shared. They're ours. So yeah, so it's all, I mean, I think it's an awesome tool.
Yeah, I guess we'll share it to you now.
Yes.
Now. How about now? Should we do it now?
Yes.
Down here. So this is Todoist. Come up here. We're in the inbox, and you'll see the inbox is empty. We try to always give anything that we're adding into Todoist, which you can think of as just like a to-do list. We try to give it a home, and by home, I mean a project, right? So over here on the left, you will see that we have projects such as daily, personal projects, which are, things that outside of RV life to try and make some money. We keep a shopping list, and I can go through that. The main thing I want to show here is the vegan RV portion here. And we basically, if you go to vegan RV, that is the topmost level part of the project. So anything that doesn't have a category underneath vegan RV, we put in here. And you'll see things, just random things that we need to do that are not on a recurring schedule, but just things that we need to look at. So such as like keep getting the Reflectix to stay on the front window. We have a problem with that. We're working on a solution, but this just keeps it kind of on our list of things that we need to do, right? You'll see in here things that I need to do, such as seal the solar mounts. I haven't done that yet. We're going to find a couch replacement for the RV. So things that are not necessarily maintenance. We also use if this then that. It helps create reminders for Kevin, since Laura does all the blogging, and a lot of does all the video editing. I go through and I try to get us post on Campendium or Happy Cow or other sites where we can post our blog posts to, or videos, reviews, or anything like that. I try to get it all out there. So these are reminders and things that I need to go do. You also see fun ones like this one. Check the pee bucket at 8 p.m. So that's a reminder to us, so that we have a composting toilet, and in the middle of the night, if the bucket gets too full and it overflows, that's not the funnest thing to have happen to you at 2 a.m. It really kind of just wakes you up, and then you're up for the rest of the night. So we have a reminder every night at 8 p.m. for us to go in and check, and if we feel like there's a possibility of it overflowing, we go ahead and switch out. We have 2 buckets that we switch out. So anyway, a little bit of TMI for you. Next, you'll see we have a cleaning and maintenance category. Now, this is the high-level category, and typically nothing really goes in this, because if it's cleaning or maintenance, it needs to be done on a recurring schedule. So we have the schedules underneath here. Things happen every 2 months, 6 months, each move that we do, on a weekly schedule and on a monthly schedule. So let's go here into the 2-month schedule. So here, every 2 months, We have set recurring, check the air filters, check the or oil all the door hinges, and grease the slides and the jacks. Some of these things you don't have to do depending on your setup. Like you may not have jacks on your RV, or if you do, they don't need to be greased if they're electric. Ours are hydraulic, and they do need to be cleaned, and a little bit of WD-40 on them. So we do that, and that's as per the manufacturer. And the slides, we just have some slide grease that every 2 months we just go out there and grease it just to, keep everything kind of top notch. We have a 6-month here. This is replace the windshield wipers. So the last thing we want to be doing is driving in a rainstorm and the windshield wipers suck. So every 6 months, I'll at least take a look at them. If I feel like they can go another 6, then I'll just kind of off-put it for another 6 months. The oil change in the RV, that's actually coming up. Now, granted, really is every 6 months. You're supposed to change it at a mileage interval. But this at least reminds me to go and check it instead of just leaving it as an undone item or something that we're not necessarily paying attention to. It just kind of brings that top of mind. And then tank deodorizer. So we do that every 6 months. I'd say we probably actually do that every 2 months, but we go through like a really a larger deodorization of the tanks every 6 months. We have one set for every move, so every time we move the RV, it's always check all the fluids in the RV, the car, and the generator. Not necessarily the generator, but you always want to check the fluids in the car and the RV. Check the tire pressure in both the RV and the car. And we have a vacuum in the RV because we like to get to a destination. The floors, are clean. And even sometimes we do that once we've moved. When we open the slides back up, that's when we'll vacuum. We have a weekly schedule, so this happens, and we kind of split up the schedule. So you'll see, like, not everything is on the same day, but sometimes some days have 2 things, and we kind of spec'd it out to be that way. So let's go back down here to weekly. So we have the weekly clean bathroom, the weekly clean kitchen, the weekly clean bedroom, the weekly clean eating and living area, and then Laura has one to water our plant, our succulent up front. When you look at these, when they're denoted as week clean, that's generally all we say is spend no more than 15 minutes doing anything in that area. We don't want it to be burdensome. We don't want you to, it shouldn't be a deep clean, but as you're doing these and you're cleaning the bathroom for 15 minutes every week, you really don't have to go through a deep clean because you can spend 15 minutes just cleaning the floors or spraying down the shower or cleaning the sink. You're not going to have to go through these deep cleans. So this, allows us to not have to focus in an area, take all day to really clean an area. It's no more than 15 minutes just because we don't have that kind of time. And this just keeps the main parts of the RV in a decent shape. Then we have monthlies. These are a little bit more time consuming, but also we tried to break things down to where they're not any more than 15 minutes, but we know some of them are, such as cleaning all the windows on the outside or cleaning all the windows on the inside. Those can, typically take 20, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But anyway, we have them out here, and then some of them are not just the RV. Like we have a vacuum car here to, keep things that we're in a decent working order. So quickly go through these. So clean the outside storage bins. That's we have, all the holding accessories, all the everything that's down in the storage bins below the RV. There's carpeting in ours. So we go through and, pine, I want to say pine straw, but it's not pine straw, but pine needles and dirt and leaves, they get in there. It needs to be clean. So we'll go through and sometimes vacuum this out or whatever. We have a cabinet review, and this is actually kind of cool. So what we do in cabinet review day is we'll pick a set of cabinets, and usually they're the ones in the front, but we can pick the electronics cabinet or the dishes cabinet, and we do a review of what's in them and are we using it and can we do without it. do we need to keep these things around? Do we need to rearrange how things are set up in the cabinet? So we do that once a month. And again, it's not all of the cabinets in the RV, but also every month that we do a cabinet review, we don't keep going back to the same cabinets, right? We have clean mirrors on the outside, so and on the inside we have several mirrors here inside the RV. Vacuum the car, already talked about. The food cabinet review, so this is where we actually go through all the food that we have and see if there's something that is coming up on a date, or that we just need to eat through because we bought it on a whim and we really just don't need it sitting around in the cabinets. We have the window clean on the outside, so I usually include this. I'll include the windshield since I'm out there already, but going outside and cleaning the outside of the RV, RVs get dirty, and we just try to make it look a little bit nice. We have the window clean outside and inside, so flip between those. Drawers, so again, this is a set of drawers. It doesn't have to be all the drawers in the RV. Just depends on how fast we can go through it. But we'll organize and clean them because sometimes dirt and stuff get into the bottom of the drawers in lint. So we just pull everything out, clean it, again, assess what is in the drawer. Are we using it? Can we get rid of it? So we're on this constant purging cycle throughout the RV. The light fixtures, so those are all the lights around the RV. I just go through and wipe them down to keep dust from collecting on them. Clean the fans, so those are the fans at the top of the RV. So typically take the screen off and wash it pretty good, and just kind of wipe around it, making sure everything, because a lot of the dust as you're pulling air out of the RV or pushing air into the RV, there's dust up there, and it just happens. Same with a fan in any house. But that's once a month we just go through and clean both of them. We have clean inside the cockpit and windshield. So this is the front side of the RV, the whole driving area. So sometimes it doesn't get much love, and we just want to keep it clean up there. We have clean the shower, so that's us kind of going through and doing a deeper clean of the shower. We have a clothing review. That's where we go through what clothes do we have, what can we get rid of that are in the RV, or is there something that's not working out for us that we need a different size, shape, color, whatever. We just go through all of our clothes and take a look. And then we have defrost the freezer, so we do that once a month to keep that system up and running. And then down you'll see once a week, Laura and I, and this is every Sunday at 9 a.m., we have our Vegan RV content review and planning. So we go through what do we need to do this week from a content perspective. Is there something that needs to happen in the future? Is there something that didn't get done? And we kind of put our to-do list together from there. We have Alaska, so certain things that we want to hit while we're around. Some of them we didn't get to. And things just to remember, like the aurora forecast while we're up here. We want to see when is the best time to see an aurora. Obviously, it's not while it's light out 24/7. So we understand that. Like things that we did get to do, like the Signpost Forest, the hot springs in Whitehorse, Harrison Hot Springs we didn't do, but that reminds us when we're back in that area to go do that. When we're in Clinton, look for the jet boat. Somebody told us about that. And then Wells Gray, we just need to go out there, but I think that'll be in the trip next time. We have a sell and donate area, so things that we need to either sell or donate, get out of the RV. So these are, when we get to bigger cities, putting stuff for sale on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, things that we're not even going to sell, we're just going to donate. We just kind of put here, and it's just a collection of things. That way, when we get to a place, we just remember to go through and look at these. And then you'll see Foulmouth RV Podcast. That's coming soon. Anyway, that's just a quick run through. Actually, I'll kind of show you guys how to set this up. So the little plus button down here in the corner. Now, this is the iOS app. They have apps for Android, this is on the iPad. They have an iPhone app. They have their website that you can do all this from, and it'll set up reminders. So if there is a time on something, so like when you see, I think it's here, yeah, the check P bucket. So that's every day at 8 p.m. So let me show you how to set one of these up. So you just click the plus button down here in the corner. Okay, let's add a task. So how we get it to go into a category is with a hashtag. Or you can go inside of the category and create it from there. We'll say hashtag weekly, right? And I'll say each Thursday at 2 p.m. clean something. So what this says is puts it in the weekly category under Vegan RV, and it says each Thursday, so that means every Thursday at 2 p.m. to remind me to clean something. And we just hit the send button. So what happens is we have something set up for Thursday at 2 p.m. and so say we fast forwarded to the Thursday and we did it. It'll select the next Thursday as the next date. And then if you select that, then it's going to put it to the next Thursday. In fact, I'm going to go through and I'm going to delete this task because I don't need it. Otherwise, I'm going to get false alarms. But anyway, that's kind of the ins and outs of Todoist, or at least how we use it today. It's totally different than the previous video that you've seen, previous part of the video. That's because I did this quite a while ago. Mm-hmm. And just never kind of put it together.
Through the magic of video production,
we're now back and letting you know that, Todoist is still the jam for us. I mean, we keep up with, the daily life and keep all the RV stuff together. Mm-hmm. So we hope you liked the video. Again, if you have any questions, just reach out to us. Email, text message. No, I'm just kidding. Comment in the video and we'll respond to you. But then also, like, if you sign up for our newsletter, we have a really cool, we'll send you the spreadsheet of all the different things that we keep up with day to day. Mm-hmm. And that way you're not starting from, pressing pause every time on the screen while I'm going through that, through our Todoist setup. Yeah. And plus you get all the latest stuff that we're adding or removing as we go along. So anyway, 2 years into it, and it's still the one thing we use every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. All right, everybody. Take care. See ya.